All right, geometry. So I'm going to explain to you or introduce you to Desmos Geometry. This is a online geometry construction software that allows you to draw geometric pictures. So over here, this is your tools menu. These are all of the geometric objects you can use. The select tool is your arrow tool that's going to help you click, drag, move things, helps you label things. So anytime you're confused, go back to that tool and then start from there. Okay, we're going to start with the point tool. So if you click on the point tool, see you got these points that show up. Click on the screen to land the points. Again, go back to the select tool. If you click hold, you can drag the point around. If you also select the point, you can then label it. Typically, our points are labeled with capital letters. You can change that letter if you want to. I'll go to Z. You can also change the color of that point if you want to. And you can also hide that point if you want to. If you select and you click and drag them all, you can highlight them all at once, and you can change the colors all together, all that fun stuff. Okay, next is the segment tool. So if I want to click on the segment tool, if I want to connect 2 points with a segment, go for it. There we go. You can also draw a segment out in free space using 2 points that are not even on there yet. If I go back to the select tool and I click on the segment itself, I can label that segment with its length. If I click on one of the endpoints of that segment and drag, I can change the length of that segment. If you click on the segment itself and drag, it will not rotate like it was doing, but it'll actually just slide. Next, you have the line tool. So for the line tool, this is an extension of the segment tool. It just goes on in both directions forever. In a textbook or on a problem, you would probably see arrows, on the end of the line. But here it just goes on forever out to the screen. Again, if you click the select arrow, you can click and drag the points. You can click on the point and label that point. If you click on the line itself and drag, again, it will not change slope. It'll just slide up and down. If you want to add a point onto a line, click on the point tool. You can, if you hover around the line, notice nothing happens. But if you hover on the line, notice it gets a little bit darker. You can click and it'll drop that point right there. And again, these points will slide on the line. Now, see, this point I added just slides. I can't move the line. These 2 points that helped create the line, they will actually change the shape of the line, the slope of the line. The ray tool. If you want to use the ray tool, it involves an endpoint. So I just created one, and then it goes on in one direction forever. There's your ray. I'll do another ray from that same endpoint in another direction. There's your rays. These 2 rays together make an angle. I can measure this angle using the angle tool. So notice it says choose a point on the leg. So that's not this point right here. It's one of these 2 points. I'm going to choose this point here. Then it says choose the vertex. The vertex is that common point right there. We'll talk all about this in geometry. And then choose the other point. There we go. And I created an angle measure. If I go back to the select tool, I can click on any of these points and I can make this angle change to an acute angle less than 90 degrees or an obtuse angle greater than 90 degrees. I can create polygons. Polygons are examples of triangles, quadrilaterals. So if I click on the polygon tool, it says choose a point. I'm just going to make a point up here. And it says choose another point. And it says choose another point. Now, if I was making a triangle, which I'm going to, I'd be done if I go back to the first point and click again. There's my triangle. Again, if I go to the select tool, I can click and I can drag these points. If I go and click on the center of the polygon, I can change the color. You can also add the area perimeter as well. Last but not least on this screen, I'm going to show you how to make a circle. So to make a circle, you need a point as the center. So let's just use this free point here. And you need to then extend your mouse and you create your circle. If I go to the segment tool and I connect this center point to this point, I've just created a radius. You can change this circle by moving either the center or by moving this point on the circle. If you click on the radius and drag, notice that it doesn't change because you're not changing the length of the radius, so the circle does not get bigger or smaller. If you want to undo something, so say I want to undo that movement up in the top right corner, there's the undo arrow or there's the redo arrow. And then if you want to clear your screen, top left corner, 3 lines, click on it, new construction. All right, so there's your basic tools. Video 2 is going to come up and show you what you can do with these more tools.